I finally caught you live. Glad you could make it. Although I'm... gonna go with Zell. Because that looks like it could be Z-E-L. Kind of. Let's go with that. Just got done beating Lissandra with 4-star Caitlyn. Nice. Yeah, we'll be trying that out here in a moment. Good morning. I think you should do 3 or 4-star before 6-star. We already did 3-star yesterday. And we already have Caitlyn leveled up. So that is not going to happen. How you doing, Toast? Doing all right. A little tired. Yesterday was a lot. Any tips for 3-star Kate? So Kate, I think she's going to be a little bit less powerful than I was expecting, just because flash bombs are less consistent. I thought since flash bombs you're able to put so many in their deck and that they're all going in the top 8, unlike puff caps which just go anywhere, I thought they were going to be more consistent. So yeah, she is struggling a little bit more. So while you still are trying to be aggressive, you do want to hold back somewhat and not just go full aggro. Try to make sure you have blockers and prepare for the game to go on a little bit longer. I know many times when I was playing, I was trying to just rush the enemy down as fast as possible because I was expecting and relying on my flash bombs to be able to make it so I wouldn't have to block, because I expected their board to get wiped and they would just be able to build out their board again. Yeah, that wasn't really the case. So she is still solid, but not quite as aggro as I was expecting. I do really like Stalker's Blades on her. I think Stalker's Blade is very simple and strong relic for you to go with while playing her. So any rare relics you have, I would probably throw on a Stalker's Blade. Even multiples will be good. When she is leveled, those strikes can also deal damage to the Nexus, so it can actually end up being a better gatebreaker. As far as another relic, I tried Echoing Spirit, and especially when you're going up against tougher challenges, it's not great. So I did the 5.5 weekly in order to get the one quest unlocked. And Echoing, yes, you get a bunch of your Caitlyn's, and you can play her champion spell for very cheap, like 1 mana, but then you play a bunch of your champion spell, and you kind of just run out of cards to play. Like, you have a lot of draw built in, but if the only cards you're drawing is your champion spell, and you're not drawing your other cards, it didn't feel great. So I've moved on from Echoing Spirit. Hidden Tome is actually excellent. So I've tested this on a couple different people, but for Caitlyn, it's fantastic. So power, when you summon or level a champion, refill your spell mana. One thing I wasn't really considering is this is also when you're playing or leveling up your support champion. For Caitlyn, your support champion gives you a 2-cost spell you want to play immediately. Is it... Where is it? Okay, so yeah, support champions have Sheriff of Piltover. When I'm summoned, create the Sheriff of Piltover in your hand. That is a 2-cost spell. You want to play that spell immediately. So being able to play your support champion, refill spell mana so you can immediately play that card is fantastic. Also with Caitlyn, with her 6-star, you want to be playing this Ace in the Hole every round you can. It's an incredibly powerful card, and you're trying to emphasize playing this. So being able to, again, drop your Caitlyn or support champion to refill your mana and be able to play that card is fantastic. Now, normally later on, like, this gets reduced down for every flash bomb trap that activates. So later in the game, you're often just playing this for free or heavily cost reduced. In your first 1 to 2 rounds, you're normally having to pay more. So it's something that having that upfront mana with this Hidden Tome is great. Now, I did test that on Nidalee, and Rivi was right. When you play Nidalee as the bush, it doesn't count as a champion, and so with Nidalee, it doesn't go off. And then if you transform her, since you're not playing her, because it is a play effect, it's again not going off. So you actually can't use it on Nidalee. So that feels pretty bad. Why using stack deck? Because we're going to be doing Lissandra, and I feel like we'll test it. I haven't played with stack deck yet. I have it here because I think it's going to be interesting in the Lissandra adventure. So we'll find out together how good it is. I did test out a couple other relics. So I tested out the cease and desist on Darius. So this will trigger if your Darius is leveled. So if he's leveled when you play him, he'll go up to the 10 power and he will do the free attack. If he is not leveled, but you play him with his play effect to get the 4 power, he does not get the free attack. So Darius has to be leveled, or you just have to have enough raw stats in order for this to give him the free attack. So that's really good to do. Also, this will give you the free attack regardless of if there is an enemy unit. So even if there's no one on the board, you're still going to get that free attack off, which is also really nice. So just tested some of that right there. This feels very good to play. It, like this relic specifically, feels fantastic. Doesn't Lost Chapter work with Nidalee? So Lost Chapter is just when I'm summoned, refill your spell mana. Or when you play refill spell mana. Yeah, play refill your spell mana. So that's just when you're playing that card, you're refilling the spell mana. So it doesn't have any consideration for what that card is. It's just when you play the card that has this on it, it goes. But for Hidden Tome, it's specifically, one, it's a power, so it's not tied to any card. And then it's just when you summon or level a champion. Well, when you play a champion. The bush doesn't count as a champion, so this doesn't go off. And then when you transform Nidalee, so you have your champion on the board, since this is a play effect, it again doesn't go off. So you can't use this for Nidalee, sadly. We completed the Caitlyn 5-star quest, yes. We went and did the 5-star weekly nightmare just to be able to get the quest done. But yeah, we haven't touched Lissandra, we haven't touched Swain, so we'll still be doing those for the first time today. Hidden Tome does not work with Nidalee's ambush. I tested it, it doesn't work. So I don't know why you're saying it does. I don't know if Vi's Relic works with Ornn. I think it should, but I haven't tested that one yet. I mean, I tested it with Nidalee earlier this morning, and it didn't go off. So I'm not sure if it got bugged or if something else happened on one of our ends, but I tested it with Nidalee this morning because I wanted to see if it worked, and it didn't work for me. It didn't work when I played her as the bush, and it didn't work when I transformed the bush into her. So yeah, that didn't work. Correction, I replaced my epic slot Beast Within with that. Forgot Lost Chapter at the bottom, I think. Yeah. So we're going to go for Caitlyn versus Lissandra. The build we're going with, Hextech Rifle, amazing, great for Caitlyn. Going to probably be a little bit more mandatory than I would probably like, which is a little rough. Stacked deck, we're specifically using this because we're going into Lissandra. So 200 gold means that shop with a whole bunch of good items, we can try to get some good stuff there. And then the extra stats will be decent. Hidden Tome is actually fantastic for Caitlyn. So this is able to, like I said earlier, play your support champion, play your Sheriff of Piltover, and then trying to play your 6-star, your spell a lot earlier. So yeah, we have her at level 30, have everything unlocked here. Got a lot of good stuff. So the big things, we got the mana flow, officer backup, and then perfect aim. So we make this ace in the hole. All right, we're gonna go into Lissandra. But before that happens, we will drop a ad. That way it doesn't happen at all during Lissandra. Oh, we won't try 3-star Kate versus Lissandra. No, didn't feel like doing that. Is yesterday's run on your other YouTube channel? I'm very curious how you dealt with summoned on start units in the Nightmare, because I found it lacking in my own run. That one run wasn't recorded. No, that happened afterwards while I was editing and exporting everything. Got it 5-star in Lissandra with Stalkers. It's going to be a breeze in the park. I mean, I would hope so. I would hope so. Oh, man. All right, 15 seconds on ad break. Don't want anyone to miss anything. All right, everyone should be back. I was thinking maybe we'd try to see if we get close to our fastest time. I forgot that our fastest time was like 5 minutes. So yeah, we're not gonna be able to touch that. Hello, Grid. All right, let's go ahead and try this out. Yeah, I did the 5-minute run with Nidalee back when Scissors was broken. All right, Zoe is nice. So cheap units, and then Zoe, we can play her and immediately go for Sheriff. I think that's probably going to be best. And we actually don't care if Nidalee or if Zoe dies because we can just play her again. Yeah, let's go ahead and go here. Sheriff of Pilter is so good. Yes. Hold them off. Memory game disarmed. Memory game could actually be fun because we could try to use this with Sheriff of Piltover to get Sheriff of Piltover again. And it could be the same with our gun, our ace in the hole. Let's actually try to utilize this. All right, low rolled that gold, but we have other gold. Summon a champ with my cost. Not terrible. 3-cost catalyst. We do have Corina, but again, she's so expensive. All right, let's look at items. Rally banner is okay. Getting this down will actually be nice. Yeah, making our officer squads a little bit cheaper. Cam's XYZ Jungle. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. That is very generous of you. Thank you. Let's do one reroll here. Summon to refill your spell mana. This will make that way better because this can be pretty hard to justify sometimes. Justify playing it. We could have this summon a random champion. Puff Caps, Crystal Carrier. I think let's actually go for the Crystal Carrier. A little bit more mana ramp, playing this around 1. Yeah, let's try. All right, so we're able to get a couple extra good upgrades here. Do we want Spell Shield? Spell Shield, I don't think blocks our flash bombs. I don't believe. Let's see. So we have It That Stares in the middle, Inquisitor there, or She Who Wanders. Yeah, I think we could potentially go up here. 1 health too. Yeah, 1 health would be interesting. Yeah, let's try to go up and maybe go for the hard route as well. So Rhyme Tush Shaman with Frost Gathers. The ace in the hole gained with that doesn't get cost reduced, by the way. Interesting. Let's... Could actually potentially play this round 1. And the player summons unit Frostbite. Yeah, that'll be a little annoying. I think let's actually get rid of some of these. We'd like to be able to get our... We'd like to be able to get our 2 champions. Spell Shield's going to block ace in the hole too. Yeah, I was thinking we might not want to go for Spell Shield. Alright, let's drop this and honestly hope they kill it. It probably is going to go for our Sting Officer, but maybe not. We could kill it with ace in the hole. Aw, that's sad. Oh well. Alright, let's drop our... Well... We actually won't drop our ace in the hole. We could kill this, but we're going to then get another Sheriff of Piltover from our fleeting card. So I think we'll actually hold off and not play anything else here. How'd you get 6 stars already? I bought all of her bundles, and then I had enough... Yeah, let's drop this. I had enough stuff saved up to get a shard, which was pretty nice. You should play Sheriff at the end. I wanted the flash bombs, or if you mean the end of this round, then yeah. Let's drop our Caitlyn.
Well, what have we
Not that she'll be able to do too much here. Alright, we can go ahead and just attack with Zoe. We could use this to scale her up a little bit more, but I think I want to see what they plan on stopping us with. Or if they play any other units. Alright, solid. Yes, we are using the Caitlyn Relic.
I aim to win, and my aim is excellent.
How much damage deals from the crit? It's double damage. Alright, so yeah, this one isn't cost reduced, but that's honestly fine. Yeah, we're doing so much damage to the Nexus. I love it. Good day, Toast. Hey, Shambles. Let's drop our other ace in the hole. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we'll go ahead and end. We want that to keep beating our fleeting card.
Let's investigate.
Alright, GG. Nice. 3 spells, no crits. Yeah, feels bad.
Another criminal caught, another case closed.
Are we sure it's 50%? I've had it go off plenty of times before, so yeah, I think we just were a little unlucky there. Grant 2 allies, invoke. Yeah, I think let's just get this here. That's all right. Yeah, Spell Shield for Caitlyn will be nice. We actually kind of want Zoe to die sometimes, because as long as we can play another one, we can get another one of these spells going. So that's pretty good. Alright, let's go for Troll Scavenger and All Things Grow Cold. Yeah, it's kind of nice with the 6-star. You're not on as reliant on Kate herself. It's great knowing you can just get this every single round. Let's get rid of these 2. Also, with Caitlyn, you actually want to get your support champion. So when you draw your support champion, you're like, ah, that sucks. It's like, no, it's actually awesome.
Patience, cautious, and quiet. This is our way.
All right, let's drop Zoe. We can't block. Yeah, we'll go ahead and drop this here. And then we'll just pass. We don't want to really play anything else at the moment because we want to get that spell again. Yeah, being able to play this multiple times. Every time you play your support champion, they play this again, which is just so good. So we could drop our Caitlyn. Dropping double officer squad doesn't sound terrible, though.
They barricaded the door. Doesn't matter. A true Freljordian welcome.
All right, I think let's stun that unit so it can't block. And we're going to drop an ace in the hole. We want this to be the last card we play. All right, come on, crit. There we go. All right. Attack like this, get some good damage down. Beautiful.
I've got these.
Slow and steady is going to be broken with ace in the hole. Yes, I got it yesterday for a bit. It's so good. I'm experimenting with Mill Kate. It's super fun. I can run Chemtech and play around Officer Squad. It is true. You also get board clear from the traps. Yeah, that would actually be pretty solid. All right, so we can drop this for free.
Just a girl, her motorcycle, and justice.
And we can drop this and get some mana refill as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop this here.
Closing in on the mark. No backup needed.
Yeah, slow but steady for both your ace in the hole and your draw card. So here, we're going to play this and try to kill their units and also discount our ace in the hole a little bit more.
Setting up a roadblock.
Yeah, we know every card, they have a minimum of 2 flash bombs on it. Okay, yeah, so the other one does not get discounted down. Good to know. I thought it might just not get it from the initial ones at the start of the round, but yeah, it just doesn't happen at all. All right, end the game. Yeah, there we go. GG. Yeah, the amount of Nexus damage you have is amazing. So you just want to go for cheap support champs, 1 or 2 costs? Yes. Yes. What relics are you rocking? So we're going for Kate's relic, the stacked against them, or, not stacked against them, right? It's stacked deck. Yeah, stacked deck, and the hidden tome. Don't... Like, this is a 2 cost. It's a 2 cost that we could transform into, like, the Watcher. So... Sure. I guess. That could be interesting. Let's go for Woolly Snail Moth, and I Am Inevitable. Actually, let's see what Lissandra has. Okay, she does not have I Am Inevitable. Let's go over here. I don't think I want these in our opening hand. The 0 cost advanced intel. Oh, it's so nice. Do you have the Golden Reliquary reset to buy stack deck 2? No. So I actually got, for that one, I got one of the old bundles that had a Golden Reliquary in it. My golden reliquary does reset, though, very soon. In like 2 days, so I'll be able to get another one fairly soon. All right, perfect. We can have Zoe die. Yeah, that'll be nice. Although we have a little bit of an issue then. So we could just not play anything else this round and then get a fleeting copy of Zoe next round. I feel like it's going to be a little bit too slow. I feel like we need flash bombs kind of right away. Yeah, so we'll play some more of these. All right, let's go ahead and attack like this. We know they can kind of scale out of control. We don't want to be too slow and delayed. Oh, yeah. Also, I am inevitable is going to give them even more scaling. But doesn't matter.
Fight or die.
All right, let's drop another Sheriff of Piltover. Do we want double ace in the hole next round? Sure, we can drop our double agent here.
Let's see who comes out on top.
All right, we could play another card, but I think let's go ahead and save our unit. Let's just kill this one right here. Oh, there's our crit. Oh, you have so much control. I love it. Let's see. She'll refill our mana, but our mana's already kind of full. Yeah, let's drop this, and we'll still have mana for Kate. Our golden reliquary is supposed to be reset on patches. I don't know if they're supposed to. They did like once. And so since that happened, a lot of us were like, oh, it's supposed to happen. We'd actually drop another ace in the hole here, but I think let's drop our Caitlyn first.
Practice, as they say, makes perfect.
What relics are you using? Caitlyn's relic, stacked deck, and the hidden tome.
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off nicely.
GG.
Another criminal caught, another case closed.
Bit sad that mine didn't reset. I'm lucky that mine didn't because I was able to buy one when the patch came out, and then I have only 2 days left until I can get another one, so pretty lucky for me. Place an enemy follower into the enemy deck, then your opponent draws one. I mean, it is a way to get rid of an enemy unit. It's 3-cost hard removal, but we already have a lot of removal. Like, the only time this would really be good is, like, the Watcher. But that's a pretty niche thing to do just for one card that may or may not happen. All players draw one. This is a round start, so the Shadow Totem here won't actually help at all. I don't really want to play either of these two cards. They're a bit too expensive for me, so I guess we'll get this. Because we have sorcery or extra spell mana lying around, we could end up using it. Alright, so we could go for Remitter. I need to mute something. Alright, so I think I actually won't go for the Remitter. I don't really want the game to be necessarily tainted with that, because sometimes it's like, oh, you're just able to win with the Remitter. I think let's just focus on 6-star Kate as kind of more of a baseline. Yeah, I know Charlatan is extra draw some more flash bombs. I am aware. Let's just end up going down here. There are some good things we could get for the Remitter, but I think we're fine. Let's go for Zoe with Spirit Stone, because if we can get her to die, we have a fleeting copy to immediately play. So that'll be very nice. Let's go for Spells Chest. Insider Knowledge is fantastic. You always want to get this if you can. So, so good. Trifarian is fun, but most things we have aren't gonna hit that. So I think we're good. Flexible game plan is decent. I think let's try to get something a little bit better, though. Another officer backup is solid. Sure, let's try to go with this. All right, let's go for Inquisitor. My Kate is double attack, double the bombs, double the damage. That sounds awesome. Let's see. Yeah, let's get rid of this. This is a fine card to draw later, but we don't really want it in our opening hand. All right, we have Zoe. Perfect. It'll be a little bit hard to get Zoe to die, though, so that'll be a bit sad. Yeah, we can drop Zoe. I think let's use this. We can potentially get the cost reduction and maybe make our ace in the hole free, although drawing 4 cards will be a little rough. I guess we should maybe attack first, get some more flash bombs going, then play this and see if we can drop our ace in the hole and still have mana for our sheriff. Because we want the sheriff to be the last thing we play. So yeah, let's go ahead and attack like this. We're gonna have... We're at 9 cards. And so 2 of our cards are gonna get destroyed, which isn't great. Still though, let's try. Okay, we got our 4. We got over 4. So we can drop our ace in the hole for free, and then also play our Sheriff of Piltover. Always great to try to play the ace in the hole every round that you can. All right, fantastic. Hey, Grape. Doing Caitlyn and Lissandra so far really easy. Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing this right now. So yeah, we can drop this for free.
Just a girl, some motorcycle, and justice.
We can drop this for the mana refill. The mana refill is so handy. It's great.
Practice, as they say, makes perfect. News from the Undercity ship, Detective Zane.
Then we can drop our sheriff.
Should pay off nicely.
And let's just drop our ace in the hole. You control the board so well. It's great. I got 50 Nova Crystals, P and Z from the gold reliquary. That is awesome.
Scoping the area.
All right, we'll use our double ace in the hole. And we'll just end the game. GG. Finally trying to do the 6.5 weekly with Kate, but it's a struggle. Still working better than anything else I did. Yeah, the 6-star weekly is going to be kind of a counter because it's countering your created cards, and some of the cards you're creating are incredibly good. No, let's just go for Flash Bomb Peddler. We don't really want to go for Victor. We can go up here for the spells chest. Draw 1, stun an enemy, champion draw. I mean, that's fine, but we have a lot of rerolls. Let's try to see if we can get something. This gives us more draw. Yeah, that can be okay. Yeah, let's go up and try the hard mode. Let's see how we do. So, Rot Colossus, and at last they awaken. Are you playing Vi after this? We're probably going to try to do Caitlyn versus Swain. And then after that, we'll probably do Vi. Let's get rid of both of these. Sure, we can hold on to a most wanted. That'll be decent. Without some constellation nodes, Kate can struggle a bit, I feel. Yes. I don't think she's going to be as crazy as I was expecting, sadly. I think she's still going to be solid, but kind of thought she'd be a little bit better, to be honest.
Give me a blade. I'll give you a corpse.
All right, so we could make them draw 3 cards. We could do what we did kind of last time. I think we're fine, then. We'll save that for later. Let's drop our ace in the hole, and then just drop our sheriff. Petite Pose John? Thank you for the follow.
On foot.
Let's drop our sheriff. I feel like the trap RNG makes her high variance, but she can high roll even at low stars. Yes, the trap variance is a lot worse than I was expecting. I really thought, since it's only going in the top 8 and you can make so many traps, that you'd be fine. But you really have times where you have like 60 traps and they draw like none of them, and you're like, what is going on? Once again, let's drop the Justice Rider for free.
Just give me something to kick.
Drop our Caitlyn.
I aim to win, and my aim.
Playing 4-star Caitlyn without Relic, yet she feels really bad.
News from the Undercity ship.
Yeah, I will need to try some matches without her Relic.
Pay off nicely.
I think we're fine. A little sad we didn't have enough to play Ace in the Hole this time. Yeah, the Relic really rounds her out. Yeah, it's a very good Relic, but I do feel like it's going to be a bit of an issue that you feel kind of required to use it. Alright, that is fine. We still have our ace in the hole. GG. I'm doing 2-star Kate without Relic versus Acel. I'm at Acel right now. Nice, good luck.
That was super fun, and I gotta say,
Let's just go for the Veteran Investigator. Great card to get. Another one of those cards you always want to look out for. Alright, Howling Abyss with I Am Inevitable. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we do, but so far we're able to just absolutely blast. This seems fine. Let's actually get rid of these 2. We can probably get something a little bit better. What is Caitlyn's weakness? I mean, her biggest weakness is just her variance of flash bomb traps. All right, let's drop our Zoe.
I bear a message from. Oh, what's that? Jinx? Stands for Jinx? Durr.
And sure, let's just drop our ace in the hole into Sheriff. Being able to kill their champions immediately is nice, especially before they go and drop, like, Spell Shield on them.
Keeping pace.
Also, all of our units are a little bit stronger just from that stack deck. All right, ad starts in a minute. Let's see if we can clear this before that happens. I hate Misbegotten Creation. Kind of counters my Acel, but still doing fine. Yeah, it is fairly annoying.
Demacian needs heroes.
All right, let's drop our Caitlyn.
I aim to win, and my aim is excellent. News from the Undercity ship, Detective Zane?
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off nicely.
Fly swiftly, kill swiftly.
All right, let's drop this here. Yeah, we can have Zoe die. Oh, we're not gonna make it.
She'll pay.
All right, Bad is about to hit. We'll pause and wait for everyone, though. Don't worry. Damn, Jubilant Poro is really whipping my Kate with all of the shuffling back. Ace defeated in 3 turns. Nice. I think you said, yeah, 2-star Caitlyn without Relic. Nice. All right, holding off. Said it was going to do an ad, but I think we're actually says there's not actually going on. All right, let's go ahead and attack like this, and then we have our double ace in the hole we can play.
Ah, the sweet smell of science.
All right, if we get lucky, this will end the game. Not quite. All right. Oh well.
The oasis of the dawn flows again.
All right, let's drop this here. I did get pretty lucky though. My Caitlyn had double attack and Sharon is carrying. So giving Kate elusive was easy. Okay, that's...
I must say,
That
a
makes sense.
satisfactory outcome.
Alright, looks like the ad was a little bit late and it hit some people, so we'll just wait for some people to get out of it. Yeti Yearling. Shadow Totem plus your Flash Bomb Satchel is really good. Yeah, we'll probably go for that, especially for a double agent. We want this to be able to block. All right, 20 seconds. And the ad should be over. Granted, I never know how much I can trust some of these. Yeah, it always tells me, like, how long the ad is supposed to go, and pretty much most people, at least people in chat, are like, oh yeah, it's been done for me. All right, should be over now. Let's go over to Yeti Yearling. Getting 2 of these will be pretty nice. Let's go for the power here. Enfeebling is great. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that. This is going to be fantastic. If we don't kill them, at least we'll hurt them a ton. All right, another shop. Fantastic. Don't really want to get more of this card, to be honest. Get an extra mana gem. Officer Squad going down is nice. Like 3 cost, and then we could play this like for a 1 or 0 cost round 1 potentially. Get an extra empty mana gem. I think we're okay, and actually we're not really playing this one very often. So this does have the extra 2/2, and this is going to get the extra stats from how many cards we have. Copying with the same targets, that's actually not going to help us. Sure, we can grab this, and oh my word. This going down to a 1 cost is pretty nuts. Anything over here that we want? Emperor's Guard, Healer. And let's try one last reroll, see if we get something really good. Double attack. Mr. Thrift is fun. Yeah, let's go for Mr. Thrift. All right, let's go for Ornn and All Things Grow Cold.
Building a deck, are we? Excellent.
Yeah, Mr. Thrift is great. Yeah, Mana Gem would have been decent, but we didn't know that beforehand. Let's get rid of this and the Peacemaker. These two are fine. Yeah, the Mana Gem would have been good, but didn't know that until afterwards. Yeah, I've had Thrift before, and it is great.
Mountain.
All right, let's drop a Zoe.
Do you smell something burning?
Kindle. Oh no.
I think let's drop our Officer Squad. Getting these on the board immediately could be pretty nice.
We always find him.
Ever been to a blacksmith before?
And yeah, let's actually make them... There's not a lot of flash bombs in there, but that could potentially give us cost reduction for Ace in the Hole. It's gonna make us draw. Oh well. Nice. Yeah, we had enough to wipe their board. All right, so we can drop our 0 cost Ace in the Hole. We can drop our Sheriff Piltover. Do we want a Yeti? I think we're okay. Let's just drop this here. Yeah, Caitlyn at 6 stars is feeling fantastic, which is good. What relics do you recommend? As far as rare relics, Stalker's Blade is incredible. I think Crown Guard would be good, but I haven't directly tested that one out
Our hearts.
yet. Sure, let's try to drop this. Refill our mana. Do we want to drop this already? Kill them? Yeah, we can play this here. We'll still have enough mana left for Caitlyn, who will refill our mana so we can play our Sheriff. But we do like this to be our last card we play. So yeah, we'll drop our Caitlyn.
Practice, as they
What about
say,
Chemtech Duplicated for
makes
duplicating Ace in the Hole? Possibly. The issue is your early game really matters, and that one requires you to be focused on the late game. Or later game. So while duplicating Ace in the Hole would be great, you really want your Relic to be activating a little bit before then. Alright, we can attack, and then we have our double Ace in the Hole. Yeah, we are absolutely annihilating this. Nice thing about Kate Constellation is the extra stars are pretty quickly accessible. Yes, I think they've learned from some of the earlier constellations, and they're really putting the star powers kind of out of the way so people can go and choose to get them, or they can just kind of keep going. We kind of have too much draw at the moment. I guess we can get some more of this. Yeah, you can still get Ace in the Hole from other offers. I think we're fine. Don't really need to cut cards as much because of stack deck. Let's see if we can get something fun here. Home turf. Enemies on vulnerable Roundstart Valley. Okay. All right, that sounds good. All right, Lissandra with secrets hidden by frost.
At last, my time is at hand.
Any tips for a Vi build? So Gatebreaker is still going to be great. Her relic is fantastic if you can get it. You can always go for a cost or a turn 1 Vi with the old, well, double cost reduction relics plus Spirit of the Buru. That's another fun one. Still waiting for Staunch Defender to be usable. Alright, so we didn't draw our Caitlyn, but that's fine. We can drop our Zoe. Honestly, hope they kill her. Although our units, the extra stats is quite nice. I think let's just kill her and then drop a Sheriff of Piltover. We could draw this, but I think we'll wait until we need it a little bit more.
Keeping pace.
All right. Go ahead and go here. And yeah, we're going to get tons of flash bombs going round 1. And we can drop another Sheriff next round, and it'll be great. Most wanted to make me discard the Watcher. Potentially.
Secrets hidden by frost. Ages pass, but I am eternal.
Alright, this is fine. This is fine. So we're going to drop our Sheriff. Get even more flash bombs. We'll then do our most wanted, make them draw a bunch of cards. And we have our Sheriff to kill, or our Ace in the Hole to kill anyone that lasts. Yeah, we're fine. All right, let's go ahead and I guess we can play our Ace in the Hole first. They're out of mana. Nice 20 damage there. All right, solid. Insert "it's fine" yellow dog fire meme. Yeah. All right, let's just immediately attack. They'll probably entomb someone, but to be honest, doesn't really matter. Actually, if they entomb Zoe, that'll be great, because then when she gets summoned, we can get another Sheriff of Piltover. So that wouldn't be bad. Let's see. Yeah, we could play one of these. We have to be aware of the cost increase, so we're probably going to play both of these Ace in the Hole. Aw, that's sad. Alright, not a big deal. Alright, so put a Ace in the Hole here. And do another one right here. Both of them crit. I wish the Ace in the Hole animation had one like League with a laser pointer and the wind-up sound. Yeah, the animation and sound quality of it, I'm not a big fan. I don't think it's great. But I get that they probably don't have a lot of people to work on that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's definitely could be better. I think let's just immediately kill that. It is nice just being able to completely control Lissandra's board. Alright, so place an enemy follower. We don't have enough mana for this. They do have the attack token. I didn't realize they had this in their hand. Huh. Well, that could be better. But I don't think it should matter. Mr. Thrift, Yeti Yearling.
Giving chase.
Yeah, should be fine. Granted, shooting it's not really gonna do anything. I think let's go for Yeti Yearling. Alrighty. I wonder if we could actually kill the Watcher. Let's actually see how this goes. Alright, let's just keep going. There's some solid damage. Double agent to make us draw. I mean, we could just attack like this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just end. Yeah, not too bad.
How do you like them sparkles?
Yeah, Caitlyn is good, but I think she definitely can struggle with consistency early. Yeah, pretty solid run, and I feel like we didn't get too many like ridiculously strong powers. Like we didn't get any epic powers other than the ones we brought in. And yeah, just all rare and common ones. And I think this was mostly just baseline 6-star Caitlyn. And yeah, Caitlyn has a very strong constellation, very strong star powers, but she is definitely a champion that is kind of going to need that extra power. I think her baseline at 3 stars is still decent. I thought she was going to be a lot crazier. I think you still struggle with Flash Bomb Trap consistency, but I think she's still probably at like 3 stars, probably like a solid B tier champion. Good, but then once you actually get all the upgrades from your constellation and everything, then she's up more in like, I mean, it's hard to say when compared to other constellations, because I feel like all constellations almost are S tier. But yeah, pretty solid. Alright, so that was good. I already got the Diamond Vault. Let's see. So I think Stack to Deck was solid there in Lissandra. Getting the extra starting gold so you could get more stuff in the shop, so you could just get better items. And then the extra stats was also decent. So I think anytime you're going into a Lissandra run, this is a decent option to go for. But outside of Lissandra, I don't think I really need it. I feel like these two are very, very good and are going to be hard to replace, but I feel like the other one is much more open. I did try Found Fortune just to be able to get some more value going. Yes, I did test it out on Nidalee, and you were right, Rivy. The game doesn't count the bush as the champion, and so it doesn't work. So you were totally correct there. Tested it out this morning. The Hidden Tome is good because your support champion is making a 2-cost spell that you need to play as soon as possible. And then you also have your spell from your 6-star that you want to play playing every single round. And so Hidden Tome is actually great. The fact that this works on both your champion and your support champion, well, just any champion you play, and anytime they level up. Got Sheriff of Pilter with Grifter's deck. That is awesome. Yeah, so for the other option, might stick with Found Fortune. But yeah, this one is much more flexible. So really in this spot, not bad to kind of put whatever. Like, we could honestly just throw on like a Stalker's Blade, to be honest. Not going echoing. No, I actually tried echoing last night and it didn't feel the best. Yes, you could play your very cheap champion spell, but then you just ran out of steam and you kind of ran out of cards to play because you weren't drawing your other draw cards that you needed. So I did a couple matches with it and it actually didn't feel as good as I was hoping. So I don't think it's not really the best to go for it. Loaded dice would be perfect here. Loaded dice wouldn't be bad, yeah. I think we might just go for a Stalkers. Although with Found Fortune, you can hit your Sting Officer. Like, you're hitting Sting Officer, Peacemaker, or your Flash Bomb Peddler. Any of these is fine, but if you hit your Sting Officer, that is pretty fantastic. Kate at lower star seems decent with a more suicidal build. Grand General's Echoing Stalker's Blade to let her die every turn. Potentially. Stalker's Blade is really, really good. Yeah, we tried Found Fortune, or I've tried it earlier. Let's go again for Stalkers. Could be pretty fun. It works like a very good Gatebreaker, especially later in the game if she dies. And like, yeah, with this build, we don't necessarily have to play our Caitlyn early, and Caitlyn, while good, isn't like, oh, we have to play her right away. Our support champion is actually more important. All right, let's go ahead and try for Swain. Let's see how this goes. I think Death's Foil would be good for Kate, no. It can be if you want to focus on your Caitlyn more and try to get those strikes off. Is there any champ where you play give me 1/1 per 200 gold you have? You definitely want to do that for Bard. I think it'll be pretty good there. I don't really want any of these. Yeah, I don't think any of these are pretty good. Is unstable, which could be good. Gearing up, summoning 2 units at the start of the game. I think I'm going to go for gearing up. This is obviously better, but I kind of want to see how she does without a broken legendary power. So this is obviously the best choice, but we can just grab gearing up here. Let's go for Reckless Trifarian. I had a much easier time with Swain than I had with Lissandra. Interesting. The Diamond Vault, that one did not show up for me. Most of the other quests did, though. Let's get rid of both of these. If you play her leveled with Stalker, she gets the Nexus damage off from the strike effect. Yes. Graycon, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, we don't have our support champion yet. That'll be a little sad. Perfect. All right, so we can drop our Caitlyn, and we'll have enough mana for our ace in the hole.
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off nicely.
I think let's get rid of this unit just to reduce down our Nexus damage a little.
Involve me.
All right, so we can attack. And we could attack with Caitlyn. They'd be able to block and do 2 damage to her. Would give us some more flash bombs. We only have 8. Yeah, we won't be able to block, and they might be able to kill her. But I think we need to get rid of these units.
The sun's out, the crowd's ready. Let's wreck it!
All right, so we can use this to get rid of one target. Do we want the blockers, though? I feel like we'll actually drop Flash Bomb Peddler and use a Peacemaker. We just want to kind of reduce down the damage we're taking. Yeah, so I think we'll actually hold off. That's nice, though. So this will give us another blocker. All right, so we can have him block there. I think we'll actually use this one just in case they kill the Caitlyn. We can play another one. So we can kill that target there and actually block right here. We're just trying to make sure we don't take too much damage early on. Do you think 6-star Aurelian Soul is going to be available? No, I don't really. Gearing Up and Vanguard Lookout are amazing to cover Kate. Cover up the week early. Yes.
Closing in on the mark. No backup needed.
Morning, everyone. Got Kate to 3rd this morning. Luckily at 6 stars. Love her playstyle. Yeah, she is pretty fun. I think let's actually drop Officer Squad, because these most wanteds are essentially just board clear. Yeah, we can just do this so they can't have any blockers. And that way our ace in the hole doesn't get also blocked by anything. Alright, beautiful. So, attacking, ending, but we also have an ace in the hole for another 10 to 20 damage. And we only took 5 damage. Nice. Yeah, you can get the ace in the hole in other areas. The most wanteds are pretty good. The fact that they reduce them down to a 3 cost is very nice. Called Shot, draw 1, create a parallel convergence in your deck. I think we're fine. Crystal Arrow is solid. But a lot of their enemies are going to have above the 3 health threshold. I think let's just go here. Extra draw, flash bombs. It's fine. All right, support champion. Very important. LeBlanc is 2 cost or 3 costs with Black Cleaver. That is fairly expensive. She would be a massive unit, but easy to kill. We could still play her round 1. Yeah, I think we'll get her, but it wouldn't be bad to do a reroll here, especially if you don't have her at the 5 stars, because you want to be playing your support champion round 1 and playing their Sheriff of Piltover immediately. Also, one thing with LeBlanc, though, we can potentially use her mirror image to make more LeBlancs to keep summoning more of them, so that could be fun. Rekindler, Healer, Spells Chest. I think we'll go for the healer, maybe cut a card. Like, yeah, we don't really need bloody business. And let's have fun with Legion Marauder. A lot of units to hit. Parallel Convergence can be nice, but I don't really want to have to play this other card and then hope I get lucky and draw the Parallel Convergence. With our mana, we normally are having to be careful with what we play, because we have very important cards we want to be using. It is also nice that you're always starting with the attack token, so you can
History forgets, but the black rose
set up and get a lot of flash bombs going.
This time we'll make things right. On foot.
All right, do we want to attack with everyone? We won't have any blockers. And yeah, we need LeBlanc, because they have enough to kill all of our units. We'll have at least 2. We'll be a little bit greedy here. But this is, yeah, a bit rough. Actually, I think we'll hold off on Destin Poro. Because it getting one... Yeah, it getting one extra Flash Bomb is not going to be that big of a deal. The good thing is, though, this will level up our LeBlanc, which will be nice. Looks like ad potentially happens, so we will hold off. Yeah, we'll be able to summon a mirror image of LeBlanc to get another Sheriff of Piltover. I think that should be how it works, right? Yep, beautiful. A lot of flash bombs next round. Yeah, we do have to hope for that. Sadly, I wish our other effect was a summon effect, because then summoning the other LeBlanc would give us enough to play the spell. I think we'll hold off and play this next round. That way we have a big blocker in case they don't die. All right, 20 seconds on the ad break. We just want to make sure no one's missing out on anything. Trap damage counts for LeBlanc. I mean, all damage should, but we did have this big attack, so that was kind of... The damage from everyone blocking should have been enough anyways. But, I mean, it's damage, so should count. All right, people should be back from the ad. We will end here, play this next round to get our ephemeral blocker and our sheriff.
What do we got here?
Just 3 is not great.
A perfect puppet.
All right, let's drop this. We could go for House 1 for the extra blockers. Could go for double agent. I think we'll drop this here, and then we still have enough for our ace in the hole. All right, let's kill this. Well, we don't actually... It wouldn't be bad to kill this, but these are going to be dealing damage to us. We need to reduce down the damage we're taking. Yeah, LeBlanc is actually pretty insane, the fact that we can just keep making mirror images every round. This is actually kind of perfect. All right, let's just keep playing these, getting even more Sheriff of Piltovers. All right, we can drop our Caitlyn for free. We could drop a double agent, no, but let's get Caitlyn on the board.
I aim to win, and my aim is excellent. News from the Undercity ship, Detective Jane?
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off nicely.
All right, let's go ahead. Get rid of their one blocker. And GG. Why have one sheriff? You can have an army? Pretty much. Did we skip 4 and 5 and go to the 6? Yes. After we cleared Aurelian Soul, we got the 6-star.
I must say, a satisfactory outcome.
All right. This will be fine. With your Caitlyn, you actually... A lot of these types of spells you just don't really care about. You care about the spells that are in your starting deck and the ones you generate. Outside of that, though, it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and cut, which is also nice because we have so many other spells-based decks. And we are playing a lot of spells, we just very selective. Yeah, let's get rid of Bloody Business. I don't think we're really ever going to play it. Let's go for Crimson Aristocrat. I was thinking about the constellation, or the cons, so for Piltover and building around the support could be very interesting way to play Kate. Yes, that's kind of what we are doing here. Like, we like our Caitlyn, but you can actually have a pretty passive build with her and have it go pretty well. Because of the Sheriff of Piltover, it's so important to rely on your support champion. Well, there goes a lot of our units. Alright, let's drop our LeBlanc.
Let me show you what I can do.
Got him on the roof.
So they actually could block our LeBlanc. That's not great. Yeah, they could actually block and even kill our LeBlanc. So I guess we'll actually just have to attack like this. That's going to be a big, scary board. We're not going to have a ton of flash bomb traps. We'll have our house swamp though. Well, at least we'll try to. Oh yeah, I guess we could attack with him.
Wasted effort.
Alright, let's drop these two here. Go for a Piltover Peacemaker right there. I mean, we could have LeBlanc level. Yeah, it would take a little bit more damage, but it'd probably be worth it just to get her leveled. I really hate this fight. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Blooms once more.
Alright, let's drop this. And yeah, hopefully they don't have a way to kill us. Yeah, we need to get rid of their units, so...
I love a man.
Heard it all before.
Let's go ahead and kill this one. And I think we'll use... We'll try to use this mirror image next round, although I'm worried about them killing her. Yeah, let's just
A perfect puppet.
grab it here so we can have another sheriff for next round. We need to be clearing their board before they can attack again. Alright, let's use this right here. Reduce down our mirror image.
I served for decades, and you call on me now.
You just have to really hope that, yeah,
Seeing double.
the flash bombs we have in there end up wiping their whole board. Alright, all of these are going to be dead at the round start from their red as her lips. So we just have to attack with everyone, do as much damage as we can, and really rely on our flash bombs to kill them, which should be able to happen. We're using this to get one last one. What do you think about Vi? Is she still one of the weaker champions out of everyone who got this constellation? So I played like one round of Vi, and yeah, she felt pretty good. So I think she's going to be all right. Let's immediately kill that. Beautiful.
The three are unrivaled.
Let's drop our 1 unit with
I
barrier.
can see all the players from here.
And let's drop our sheriff. Alright, this is going to get totally nuked.
My reputation.
Yeah, a little sad we couldn't get our Vi at all.
In my sight.
Alright, let's just try to attack and then use our ace in the hole to
My help.
hopefully finish them off.
Carve a path.
There we go. GG. Oh, change the title? Right. Apologies. Yeah, I think Swain is definitely harder than Lissandra, just because Lissandra, you have more time to try to stack up your flash bomb traps, whereas up against Swain, it's all immediate. Here, obviously want Mr. Thrift. Black Cleaver here doesn't really do anything, and this is way too expensive. We have a lot of gold. We're going to be spending most of it there. Okay, let's still see what we can get. I mean, that's actually really good. Yeah, we'll... Overwhelm can be decent, but yeah, let's just get the Tactician. 1 cost rally. Yeah, that's actually really solid. Alright. Healer, let's purchase healing because we were a little bit low there. And Jin.
In carnage I bloom like a flower in the dawn.
Yeah, we blast through Lissandra. Let's get rid of Kingpin. Officer Squad is something we'd like getting later if we can. So yeah, I think we'll re-roll. Yeah, the Tactician, 1 cost Tactician's amazing. Yeah, with Caitlyn, you really want to just get as much damage down, or as many flash bomb traps in the opening rounds as possible.
The best lies are beautiful.
I was just casually standing. Stop wiggling.
Alright, let's go ahead and drop this here.
Giving chase.
I think
Smoke and mirrors.
we will attack with the armed gearheads, because if we don't, they're just going to get 1 shot, although their Blade's Edge, does it deal 4 damage or 2? I don't really want them killing our LeBlanc. Can you make a YouTube video where you go all over the new relics and suggest a build for them? I kind of already have that in the works. Or, well, it's more of me going through and suggesting what champions could be good for them.
I will give them a show to
Oh, 4 damage with Vile Feast. That sucks. Yeah. Little rough. We wanted our LeBlanc to last a bit longer. Yeah, a lot of our units are just so squishy compared to what they can put out.
take your place, and our show will begin.
Alright, so we could go for an ace in the hole. I think I probably want to go for House Wumps, though. His 2 blockers is great. Interesting. You didn't... Huh. Okay, I guess. Sure, we can block these 2 here. Let's use an ace in the hole to get rid of this one. And we can do a Peacemaker to get rid of that one, just so we're taking a little bit less Nexus damage. And also get rid of a target for them to get hit. Beautiful. All right, officer squad. Sure, let's drop this. We'll have the 1 mana left for the ace in the hole.
And we always find him.
If you do not have a part to play, take one.
Our purpose calls to us. We cannot turn away.
Do we want to kill that or kill... Yeah, we can kill this one, and then we'll just attack with our Sting Officer.
Come, dear. You will bring our show to a close.
See, our Flash Bomb traps do go straight through Spell Shield, which is quite nice, which makes sense because, again, they're not a spell or a skill. Purchase Healing is so nice and useful. Just a little sad it's locked behind legend levels. I understand why, because early adventures you aren't in dire need of going from 1 to back to full usually. Yes, it is very nice to be able to do that. Let's drop our... Actually... Let's use this first, because more flash bombs means Caitlyn's strike can do more damage. Hopefully we can kill this. They'll still play a unit. Our Caitlyn strikes that unit and does a bunch of Nexus damage. That's the dream anyways.
The artist, the stage, the actor, the grave.
All right.
Closing in on the mark. No backup needed. Well, what have we here?
Yeah, so there was 23 damage. This is why Stalker's Blade is just fantastic. Although I guess, yeah, if you need to use Gatebreaker, you can do that as well. Let's drop this here. The fact that it's just a strike is so nice. All right, let's just attack and try to end. GG. I feel like Kate struggles against stat checks and counters that throw mobs at 10-10 at units E round 3. Yes, she does take a little bit to get going. She's not as bad as someone like Teemo, but she definitely takes a couple rounds to get her bombs going like they should. So, can be a little bit rough. Spirit Stone, decent if our LeBlanc dies, although if our LeBlanc dies, we won't have the mana to play her again. So that kind of doesn't help. Deathless for LeBlanc will be decent, because for one, this should work with the ephemeral copies we can make, and then when she dies and gets revived with Deathless, she'll again make a Sheriff of Piltover. Your created cards cost 1 less. This is great. This will be our Sheriff of Piltover. This will be our 6-star power. This will be LeBlanc's Mirror Image. Wild Inspiration will be good. All right, we tried to go for the hard route for Lissandra. Let's try to go for the hard route here, and like we might just get it immediately annihilated, but let's try. Sorry, what rare is base again for Kate? I really like Stalker's Blade. You can also go for Gatebreaker, but I feel like Stalker's Blade is really nice to have. And I think Crown Guard should also be solid if you play around it. If you want to go for a slower build, you could go for like Archangels plus Grand General's counter plan. Alright, no LeBlanc. That's a little rough. We could drop our Caitlyn immediately. We'd like to get our Mr. Thrift on the board. Caitlyn will probably just die right away. She'll refill our mana though, get a strike off. Yeah, if she dies, she dies.
News from the Undercity ship?
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off.
Let's go ahead and at least kill their Reckoner. Nice to get him off the board at least.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
We'll just attack with this one. Like, they have too many blockers for Caitlyn. Yeah, let's go ahead and go here.
They'll never see these coming. Evolve me.
Nice. Couple good targets down. Alright, so Caitlyn's gonna die. Peacemaker, not enough to kill anyone at the moment. Actually, you know what's gonna be great? We can drop our Mr. Thrift, and when they draw extra cards, they, from their Guile, they will actually be helping us. Let's drop this here. So their Thorn of the Rose is annoying, but I'm kind of a bit... I want to get rid of these City Breakers.
Now I pack a punch.
This is the fun part.
Alright, so we can drop this here.
Dodge this.
And yeah, put this
Hello there.
here. Not taking any damage. That is nice. We can go for a Flash Bomb Peddler. Beautiful. We need to get as many Flash Bombs in their deck as early as possible. Yeah, all the cards in your deck are fantastic. So Flash Bomb Peddler pulling out a spell that is incredible.
On foot.
I think let's attack before they can really do anything. Just so we can get a couple flash bombs before we get stunned. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do this.
Take their land. Bury them in it.
Let's kill that immediately.
Know your enemy.
Yeah, that figures. So we could play a Thorn of the Rose ourselves. Let's use another Flash Bomb Peddler. See what we get. Oh, we're out of spells in our deck. That's kind of funny. Alright, come on, Flash Bombs. Oof, just two. Not the best.
The prettier the rose, the sharper the thorns.
Alright, let's drop this here. Just got duplicated legendary power and rare power that causes the last spell you play each round while playing against Aesol. Double Sheriff of Piltover for 2 turns minimum. Kills every unit. Yeah, it's great. So we could go for Kingpin. We could go for double Peacemakers on their Thorn. I think I'd rather have units. We can drop this here. Isn't the Gravedigger's Fade a busted relic for Vi? No, because it's not a power. If it was a power effect,
This out.
then yes, it would be. But the fact you have to get your Vi on the board first dramatically reduces its strength. I think it still can be good, but as far as just like a busted relic, no, not really. Yeah, 4-star Yumi with that barrier is very nice. Oh, we finally found our flash bombs. Yeah, not having your champions really is a little rough. Granted, we're not taking too much damage.
Zahn taught me to never let my guard down.
Alright, that's fine. By them doing that, they're filling their hand with flash bombs and killing their own units. So we're actually kind of fine with them stunning our units. All right. And yeah, luckily with the Caitlyn relic, it's all just getting shuffled back in. All right, let's... our Sting Officer, they're probably just going to kill as well. We'll try, though.
Tough places breed tough people.
All right. The good thing is, even if we don't have a single unit on the board, we still have decent damage. Especially because with Mr. Thrift, we're also getting even more flash bombs going.
The world waits, begging for dominion.
Real quick before I go play, how am I supposed to do the 50 damage with champions in a single round? So, I mean, one easy way would be like, go for Aurelian Soul, get a bunch of champions. I was able to do it with Caitlyn. Do they seriously not draw, like, any champions? Well, that is unfortunate. Let's try to get rid of that target, but... that's not great. So with Caitlyn, you can do it if you get lucky with your flash bomb traps, because her damage can be pretty crazy. I know a lot of people have been doing it with like Lilia. You go for... let's drop our double agent.
I'm always on the right side of things.
They're wanting to end, we're wanting to end. You go for Lilia, you can go with like a Guardian Orb build where your Lilia just gets crazy out of control and you can summon multiple Lilias and do a bunch of damage that way. You could also go for Lilia with Hymn. Every time you summon her, she makes a Hymn of Valor that doubles your stats. You can use that to make your Lilia absolutely massive. Yeah, Lilia is a solid one to do it.
Right on target.
Let's try to attack. Because this should be able to get rid of the general.
Might help, might not.
Yeah, 11. Finally killing our Mr. Thrift. Alright, so we can finally play LeBlanc. Varus with Hymn of Valor, yeah. Nice, able to crit. And she's already leveled.
I am everyone.
Level her with a single spell. Alright, let's go ahead and get some mirror images going.
A perfect puppet.
Alright, so we can attack with both of these. And then we can rally and attack again. Oh, I don't have the attack token. Sorry, there we go.
Smoke and mirrors.
Oh, man. This is taking a while, but it is the Reckoner. And we've only lost 9 health. So... not terrible.
Classic Mr. X.
We're just trying to make sure there's no way they can possibly survive. Alright, let's drop... actually, let's drop a Thorn of the Rose. Having a stun for some of their annoying units, if they survive at all, would be nice. Mr. Thrift, you served us well. Yes. Oh, they're gonna draw more cards. Alright, will Ace in the Hole end? I do kind of wonder, though. I somewhat hope they... oh, no. We ended. I wanted to play someone so our Caitlyn would get the strike off. How many flash bombs in the deck? Well over 100.
It was was inevitable.
I think it was close to 200 near the end. Alright, so we're able to clear the Reckoner. We only lost 9 health, which I think is pretty good considering how tough the Reckoner can be. We can stick with Kingpin, that's alright. Disarmed can be decent. Lie in wait, fixer upper. I kind of want something like stabilize, should work out well. Let's go for the shop. Sure, we can go for a defensive power here, like hold them off. Mecha Caster, let's go for a champion item chest, so Glory Seeker. The good thing with Swain is you can turn some of their decks, like their strongest decks, against them. Because for some of them, they really like to be able to get a lot of draw going, but making them just pay for every time they're drawing is quite nice. Alright, let's drop both of these. Yeah. Build up a lot. Let's attack like this. Kind of forgot how much full our board space was.
It's a rain axe in our
News from the Undercity, Detective Zane?
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off nicely.
Alright, let's go ahead and kill this. Alright, so they just have their 3 city breakers and a solid amount of flash bombs.
I aim to win, and my aim is excellent.
Alright, nice.
carve a path.
Let's immediately kill that. Making sure they can't get any strikes off with their bigger units is very handy.
I need just a moment.
So it has quick attack. That is unfortunate. We're not really gonna have any way to stop that quick attack. Let's drop this here.
You're mine.
Yeah, that figures. Alright, not great. They were able to get a strike off. Sure.
They admire the rose, but forget its thorns.
Alright, let's go like this. So as long as they draw 2 flash bomb traps, she's then dead. Oh, ad break, rip. Alright, we're gonna pause for a moment. I think you should play Shadow Assassin to try to draw Kate. It wouldn't be terrible. I mean, we can also use our officer squad to make ourselves draw 3 cards if we need. Right, the Glory Seeker can't block. I was more just thinking the fact I don't want to get a strike off, but yeah, I kind of forgot that at the moment. Posture check, drink, bake, break. The good thing with Swain is once you are able to clear their board, they are a lot weaker. Tried 2-star level 13 Kate versus the Thresh Adventure yesterday. Tridimir went about as well as I expected. Yeah, Tridimir is not the greatest. Hello, Balu D. Alright, everyone should be back from the ad break. I think let's We're probably fine, actually.
Silent.
I was going to drop the officer squad, but I think they should struggle to refill their board. Especially with us just taking out their targets every time. Sure, let's go here. Yeah, once you get to this point, then you're pretty much fine. Swain has a real hard time of coming back. His whole strength is the fact that he's so strong to begin with.
We are forged in war.
We've kind of too many units. I think we'll actually pass and let them hit us, even though that's not the best because they get their reputation off. I mean, we really couldn't stop them from attacking, though, to be honest.
The best lies are beautiful.
A lesson you taught me well, LeBlanc.
All right, so now they're going to be absolutely toast with those Sheriff Piltovers. And yeah, I think after this, Swain eventually will go and test out Vi.
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
Oh, the Sheriff of Piltover is such a good card. Oh, GG. I think they did a really good job of making her deck fun with a lot of great cards without actually being too overpowered.
Another rose for the garden.
Because, yeah, she is really good, but she's definitely not as crazy as I thought she was going to be. I do like Insider Knowledge. One of the best cards you always want to get. I think we'll go for a double attack with Caitlyn. Just because then we get more strikes, some more flash bomb traps. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. All right, let's go for a healer. We could purchase healing, which wouldn't be bad because we have terrible regen. We are going up against Swain. I think I'd rather be a little bit more consistent. Let's get rid of Thorn of the Rose. We're probably never going to play it. All right, here we are, Swain.
Show them their place.
Yeah, any sort of damage levels up LeBlanc. It doesn't really have any modifiers. It's just has to be your damage. Let's get rid of the Peacemaker. And I'm kind of fine with the rest of these. Alright, so he's probably going to immediately kill our LeBlanc, but let's
Time to make an appearance.
just go here. Huh. Alright.
See? This is progress.
Alright, we'll try to keep these two as blockers, but let's attack with our LeBlanc. This will also level her up.
Justify yourself.
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
Alright. So we have our mirror image. Since we leveled, we got our mana refilled. Fantastic.
Now I pack a punch.
Yeah, it's pretty much the best possible start. Yeah, we could save this for next round, but I think just getting, oh my word, as many flash bombs as possible.
Don't mind if I
Alright, so it is round 1, and we have 139 flash bombs in their deck. And counting. 140 in a single round. What are your thoughts on 6-star Vi versus Kate on power level? I think Vi is actually going to be quite strong. Yeah, I think 6-star Vi is going to be super simple, and straightforward, but actually quite powerful. We could kill that target, or we could drop another LeBlanc. I think let's try to go for another LeBlanc. Because especially with the Deathless, we get multiple copies, makes them, or dissuades them from attacking often, because they don't want to attack a ephemeral. Gives us another Sheriff. Ah, they're all... okay. Right. That's rude. Didn't think about the fact that the other copies were also going to be. Also having the issue.
Perfect puppet.
But I actually felt better with Starforge, Strength of Stone, and Luminous, rather than using your own Relic. Maybe. I haven't tried that. I did try her Relic, though, and it felt pretty fantastic. Sure, we can get a Mr. Thrift on the board.
Be seeing you. It's time.
Where they have so many flash bomb traps. These have to die. Oh my word, one of them didn't get hit at all. That's awful. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack like this. Yeah, the damage to our Nexus is a little rough. This is going to be a little bit rough. They're going to struggle to have any units, but our Nexus is so low.
Classic misdirection.
All right, so 352. They should have like 5 or more traps on every single card. Oh, we are screwed. Well, that's sad. Because they'll be able to just drop one of those decimates, and that will be game. Oh well. We still have our revive.
No one's the wiser.
Damn it. Seeing double.
I serve for
Okay,
decades, and you
nice.
call on me now.
They didn't realize they could just end. Solid. Let's see. We want our tactician to give us our rally. Would be nice to be able to draw our champion.
They admire the rose, but forget its thorns.
Fuse is lit. Done yet.
All right, let's drop a double agent. And we're going to be using some of these on the tactician, so we can just keep attacking over and over again.
My move.
So let's just attack with these two right here. Yes.
Is this the death you imagined?
Might help, might not.
So this is it.
All right, let's go ahead and drop this here. Get another rally going.
Classic misdirection.
The day is young.
All right, so we can attack with all of this. Yeah, this should be fine. We kind of need to try to end this round, because if we don't, we're going to die. 29. All right, let's just keep going. We'll probably stop with the double agent, because we're going to overdraw.
To thunder is to die.
All right, let's go ahead and attack like this. Again, make that mirror image. Lore accurate LeBlanc. All right.
Is young.
We'll get one more, and it'll be able to end. Oh, man.
Nonsense.
A perfect puppet.
When we still had our revive. So that is nice.
Let us plan ahead.
All right. GG. Easy. Jace feels a lot better after the bug fix with his relic. Nice.
It was inevitable.
Yeah, Jace, if you have him at 6 stars, I think is going to be very, very good. All right, Caitlyn is still solid, able to clear the Swain adventure. I think the Swain adventure and some of the weeklies are still going to be a little bit tough, the ones that put a lot of units out early, because while Caitlyn has great removal, it takes a little bit to get that going. The flash bomb traps are a little bit less consistent than you might like. So up against the Swain adventure, where they just start off with so many targets, it's normally taking you a couple rounds to be able to clear the board, and often during that time you'll take a bit of damage. So still solid, but yeah, it does take her a little bit longer to ramp up. Still solid though. Conclusion for 6-star Kate, Lissandra is way easier than Swain, but both doable. Yeah. Is there anyone who isn't very good at 6 stars? No, I don't think so. I think everyone is quite solid. Let's go take a look at Vi. Now our Vi is at 5 stars. So we pretty much got everything except for her 6 star. So taking a look at her constellation, you have your normal 3 stars, and then right here they have the Nexus health. I think Riot is really listening. A lot of people really didn't like when the 4-star was like blocking your path, so you had to be able to get the 4-star first, because sometimes you don't have the star crystals in order to do that. So here you have your Nexus health, and then you can go out of your way to get your 4-star over here. You don't have to get this at all, it's not blocking anything. And then your 5th star power is all the way over here. So again, out of the way. And then here we have support champions have Wriggle's Lantern. Now, this is fine, but normally, I don't know. I played like 1 or 2 rounds or games with Vi. I never really used my support champion at all. This can pair quite well with your 6-star though, to just really ramp up. The fact that you're generating so much impact with your star powers, and then you also have overwhelm, means Vi can end games very fast, because overwhelm and impact just puts so much pressure on the enemy. Over here though, follows and adventures require the cost 4 or more, have ancient coin, just helping you try to be a little bit spammier. So if you get any bigger units, you can make them cheaper. Here, Mushroom Cloud has mana potion, so it's free. So any of your cards you get that generate Mushroom Cloud, just a free card for you to play, so that's handy. Gotcha has Charging Sigil, a little bit more damage. And then your 6-star, when you play a card, grant allies in hand 1 power. You can spam out a lot of cards, so I think with this, you could drop your Vi for 10 power in like 1 to 2 rounds and do a ton of damage. So the build that we're going to try here, I like going for Gatebreaker with the Relic, because this way you drop her on the board, she hits the Nexus for 10 damage, so that's really nice, but then it levels her up so that when you're attacking, you're going to deal the extra 5 damage. Also, with her Relic, the impact triggers from a strike Relic. So when you hit the Nexus, you are doing your 10 damage with Gatebreaker, you're also doing your 3 damage from impact, and then you're doing a free attack, which is you hitting the Nexus, you have your Overwhelm, so that's going through, your impact is doing it again, you then have her level up effect of this 5 damage also going through. So this does a ton of damage. We used this with Fear Cleaving Axe once, and didn't really matter at all, because Vi just always ended the game. I think with Packed Powder, getting a little bit of that extra scaling is nice to kind of help you get that 10 power a little bit faster, and then the freedom to play Vi a little bit earlier, especially if we're going through an adventure where we can get upgrades for her so she hits that 10 power even faster. If you have her at 6 stars, I think using Cease and Desist plus double Gatebreaker is going to be incredible. You can power her up to 10 power super fast, and then when you drop her, she's going to get 2 big hits off. Both of those will be dealing the impact damage. Then you also hit the Nexus, and it's just going to do so much damage at the end of the game. So I think it will be pretty good. How important is the 6-star on Kate? I can either get the 4 and 5, or 6. The 6-star is very important for Kate. It gives you a ton of removal, ton of damage. The 6-star is incredibly important. I feel like the 4 and 5-star on Kate help her early, while 6-star helps her damage. The 6-star is going to help you a lot in the tougher challenges. Like, the 4 and 5-star are nice, but the 6-star I think is, yeah, a lot of power. So yeah, we'll try this build out here. I don't know who exactly... Nasty Dirty 182, thank you for the follow. Thought you were already following though. That's such another person with like the same name. Oh, we didn't switch our champion. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, let's grab Vi, go for play adventure. Sure, I think we can probably try Lissandra again. That'll be decent. Your old account got suspended? Well, that's no good. Let's see. Let's look here. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and go for Lissandra. Let's see how this goes. Alright, let's go for support champion. Varus, Anivia, Soraka. Soraka is fun. Didn't we use Soraka last time to end the game? Was that with Vi? I kind of forget. But I don't know if that was Vi and Caitlyn. Yeah? Alright, well then I feel like we need to go for Soraka just for old time's sake. Because that's kind of amusing. So sure. Although I think we had home turf last side. Oh well. Alright, let's go for a power. When you summon a created ally, grant it 2/2. We're able to do that a decent amount with different Poros. We have a lot of Poros we can generate, so they would all be a lot bigger. The Disciple, this would give us more draw, which isn't bad. Yeah, just make all of our poros a lot bigger. Sure, I guess we'll go here. Man, low rolling the gold chests. That's a little sad. I suppose we could actually have gone for the stacked deck again. Capture, draw, that is nice. Mana deposit on Soraka, so we can play her immediately, is solid. She won't get any stacks, but still not bad. Stats on Vi is helpful. Yeah, the 200 gold would be nice to actually be able to get both of these items. The capture and draw is also good. I think we'll go for the Soraka so we can just play her immediately, and I think we'll go for the Shadow Assassin. Alright, I think let's try to go up top again, even though I hate Troll Scavenger, but Troll Scavenger with Head Last, they awaken. 5-star Soraka run, pretty much. Let's get rid of this and that. Well, it's so expensive. Yeah, we'll re-roll it. Lissandra power didn't look. Alright, I think we'll actually get rid of the Star Spring. And all of these are going to be pretty big poros.
Winter take you.
So that'll be handy.
Arrows at the ready.
Sure, we'll block this one right here. Also, we have 60 health, which is so good. So Chump Wump is like 3 procs for Vi. Yes. Yes, he is. Alright, we can draw our Soraka for free. We can drop this here. Play these for free. And yeah, we can actually use a Poro Cannon, get rid of the gotcha. Alright, solid amount of damage. There's the card they stole. Alrighty. Alright, perfect. So we have 10 damage for our Vi. So we can just drop her first thing and see how much damage we can do. So they have just under 30 health.
One girl wrecking crew.
So they're able to buff up its health a bunch. Otherwise, almost ending. So the Chump Wump technically was always 3 procs, yes, but the Mushroom Clouds you had to pay for. So the fact you don't have to pay for them anymore is what was so good about it. And yeah, we can actually just immediately attack again.
Freeze! Take heart. Our teeth they will see.
GG. Do health costs increase with the max HP? I think if you're trying to do your like full heal and you're having to pay for, like, it goes based on health, you're healing somewhat. I think that amount goes up. Suit up, invoke. I think let's go for Mountain Goat. Strike draw 1 is good, but yeah, this card's a little bit too expensive. Man, we're just getting like the crappiest upgrades. All right, Heart of the Fluffed. We can get rid of that here. All right, we have our Vi. Nice. So what do you think about 6-star Teemo? He becomes a menace like in League. I mean, that would be fun. All right, ad happened, so we're just gonna hold off for a moment. I think I'll actually, while the ad's going on, just go to the bathroom quickly. I suggest you do the same if you need to. Not another PNZ constellation. Yeah, Teemo would be another one. All right, there's like 5 seconds left on the ad, just making sure no one misses anything. All right, I think yet again, let's actually just discard the Star Spring. And we could go for something that's, well, this would give us mana. I think let's just go for the Poros, though. All right, Lifesteal's annoying. Let's just attack with these two because they can't block. All right, helping scale up our Vi a little bit. Nice. Havati, thank you for the follow. Alrighty, I think let's drop this here to capture their Poro Sled. Don't really want that attacking and summoning another unit. We can get rid of this and I guess block right there. Alright, still kept them from attacking, so it's kind of a win-win. Still good. Alright, Vi, haven't got a lot of triggers for her yet, which isn't great. Let's try to scale her up right here. I suppose... let's try to get rid of that unit. Place the rocker for free. Don't mind if I do.
To heal and protect.
More triggers for Vi. And let's attack like this. This should get our Vi to be a 3 cost, which means we can drop her this round. And we might be able to end. Alright, here we go.
I'm doing this my way.
This should be GG.
That's how we do it.
10 impact on that Poro? Yes. The impact can scale up very fast now. Oh, GG.
That stands for victory.
Welcome, Toast. You've just volunteered as a white noise while I do programming. Hooray. I feel honored. Inner Beast. Give an ally 2/2. Heal a damaged ally, grant me 2 power. This is more draw on it. 2 cost, draw 1. But this gives us 2 triggers for our LeBlanc. Not LeBlanc, goodness, Vi. I think I'll actually go for the suit up. Although if we got other items on this... Yeah, I'll actually go for the inner beast. Might fill up our hand a little bit too much, but... Rock Colossus with secrets hidden by frost. That feels so much better than our previous Vi run. Yes, LeBlanc is in your head a bit. I'm really enjoying... let's... Actually, this is fine. I'm really enjoying Vi so far. Haven't played her a ton, but I like her Relic. Tested it out on a couple people. I think it's going to be a great addition to the game. And I think Vi is still going to be pretty simple and straightforward, even with her 6-star. We can drop this for free.
Here to help. Better get the forge going.
We'll try to do this Mystic Shot just to get a little bit of damage, because that helps our Vi scale.
More air, more coals.
You are better than this.
All right, we can drop this here. And there we go. Yeah, Vi's pretty good. Her 6-star is simple, but I think it will work out quite well. Yeah, it won't be too bad. All right, we can drop these little Poros, get some nice damage down. The fact that you have elusives in your kit, you have overwhelm on all your units, and you have ways to generate impact, a lot of impact, is pretty crazy.
You leave me no choice.
So yeah, we'll just attack like this, do as much damage as we can.
Live with purpose.
We're just trying to set up for a big Vi attack, although we probably can't do it this round. Deal 5 to a unit. Oh yeah, we are 1 away. We have to be at 10. And I don't think anyone else is going to really give us anything in order to do it. I think let's just drop a Chump Wump and just go for blockers. Oh, not too bad. What kind of champs make best use of that relic? Just any of your big ones. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic for... Yeah, we can just pass. Fantastic for Ornn, as long as his auto-equip works with it, which I think there's a decent chance it will. I think it'll also be great. I think it will also be great for Elder Dragon. I think it'll be really good for... Yeah, we can pay the full price. Very good for, like, Darius. I think there's going to be a lot of champions it's good for. Volibear will also be solid. GG. I had a funny story with this encounter. They only had 1 unit in their hand. When I played against it, else were equipment but spells and buff spells. I killed the unit, they couldn't play anything and couldn't find a new unit since their hand was full and they were burning their new cards. Yes, that happens fairly often with this one and can even happen with like Ornn. The equipment decks can really screw themselves over, which is pretty fantastic. This has draw on it, which is good. This we could play cheaper, have the ignition. The ignition would work for Vi for triggering our damage and scaling. Acorn is just super cheap and an elusive, which is nice. I think I'll go here just because we can play this. Like, if we get this round 1, we can play it for free, which will be great. I think we can probably get Spell Shield. Most of our attacks, we can focus on just hitting the Nexus. So yeah, I think going for Spell Shield will be all right. Sure, we can get another revive. Formidable. I know people say they like Formidable with Vi. Don't want to really test that right now. Spells cost 2 less, units cost 1 more. Any player cinnamons unit set itself to 1. Yeah, I think I'm fine. All cards cost 2 less. That actually wouldn't be terrible. The only issue with this is with Lissandra, she's still going to increase the cost of our cards. So we wouldn't be able to play... Like, this would probably still help, but that would really stop us. Otherwise, we might actually go for natural magic, because since we're trying to get all our cards be super cheap, we could potentially just drop Vi round 1 and do a ton of damage. But I think against Lissandra, this could get shut down. So yeah, I think I'll hold off. When you level champion, I'll play discard their hand. 0-10 Phantom Prankster. This would be a created card, so it would have extra health and power. But we really want that... Man, we are just not having a good time. All kill all damaged units. What does Lissandra have? She has I Am Inevitable, which means most of her units are just going to get hit by tough and then not actually take damage. Okay, there we go. All spells cost 1 less. That'll be very helpful for us. And then all units have spell shield. Create a fleeting time and dedication. So this will be free now, which will be just another trigger for our Vi. So sure. And then we have Inquisitor with I Am Inevitable. Yeah, the Ballistic Bot, his spells will now be free. That'll be nice. All right, nice. We have our Vi. Do we want to play this? All players draw 1. I think let's try to play a bunch of spells.
I'm on it. Oh, that's a good one.
And if we get a lot of draw going right here,
I learned that in class.
let's get rid of this here. And I think we can get rid of the mountain goat. Alright, so already have decent scaling for our Vi. Yeah, this unit dying, not a big deal. So we're getting some solid damage down. And we'll be able to play Vi pretty early, pretty fast.
Good one.
Alright, let's go ahead and drop this here. We'll potentially drop Soraka. Even just as a blocker wouldn't be terrible. Actually, we could drop our Shadow Assassin. Yeah, let's actually do this to immediately take out their big scary target. Also goes through Spell Shield because it's not a technical spell. Alright, so Vi is already capped out.
I learned that in class.
Alright, let's go ahead and drop this here. I do like her Relic a lot. I was just kind of thinking before how I wish they gave us something fun like a free attack. So like this one is not just a free attack, you have to earn it, but still pretty great.
Excuse me?
Ah, GG. Yeah, I think her playstyle, and then if you have her 6-star that's just giving you a whole bunch of extra power on your units, it's going to be pretty ridiculous because you're having Overwhelm, you're having a bunch of impact, you have elusives, you have this extra, tons of extra damage. 6-star Vi is going to be pretty crazy. What's the free attack? The Vi Relic. So this gives us a free Mushroom Cloud, and it gives us a spell. Draw 2 is not bad. We're not going to be able to play those units. I think let's go here. More Eager Apprentice is solid. Sure, let's try to go for the hard route and see how we do. So Woolly Snail Moth. Would the Vi Relic be good for Pike, maybe? It's usable on Pike. The issue is it's a play effect. And it's going to take you a good couple rounds in order to get Pike up to that level. So it's... You can use it. I don't think it's necessarily going to be optimal. All right, let's see. I think let's just open up with Soraka. That way she can also be a blocker for us.
And protect.
Oh, well, fearsome. Never mind. We could use this here. But our hand's a little full. Yeah, we'll take the hit.
Witness perfection, meatbags.
Alright, we could play this, get some draw going. Let's actually play our Eager Apprentice. Alright, so this won't really do anything on them, since the spell shield. But we have the spell mana, sure. Just to give us an item.
Be at peace.
Alright, let's attack, do as much as we can. They'll probably kill our Eager Apprentice, but that's fine. With Vi, you kind of just want to throw your units at them and be pretty aggro.
Oh, that's a good one. I learned
Poor Starspring always gets discarded. Yeah, watch the Soraka Vi video we did on YouTube. We actually used Starspring there. And it was very helpful. Alright, let's use some of these just to open up our hand a little bit before we draw more. Alright, Mystic Shot, nice, because we still don't have our Vi in hand, which is pretty bad. So we can block here. Yeah, block there, and right here. Alright, it's not too great that our Vi hasn't been in our hand at all. I think let's drop Soraka's Wish to buff up these units. Or not buff them up, but heal them up. And we can go for a Daring Poro. Between Vi and Jinx, who do you think is better at 6 stars? I mean, I would say Jinx, but the gap is definitely much closer now than it ever has been before.
Join me if you want to live.
Pillage and burn.
All right, let's drop this here. And I think let's just attack, and then we can drop our Vi to finish them off.
Come face me.
But that's a nice solid amount of damage. Yeah, most people, pretty much everyone went and got Kate, because Caitlyn seemed a lot more enjoyable, which it is definitely more interesting.
One girl wrecking crew.
But yeah, GG.
That's how we do it.
And it's like, I want to be able to get Vi to test her out, but I also think just going for, like, Jace would also be more interesting. I mean, I guess they did the quest for Caitlyn, but I think most people were more excited for her regardless. Let's go here. This is, yeah, multiple draw. It's still a 3 cost. All right, time for the Howling Abyss with I Am Inevitable. How fun. I mean, it's always difficult whenever anyone asks, who do you think is the better 6-star? Because really, like, all of the 6-stars are very good. Or, like, very, very strong. Some might be more interesting than others, but as far as raw power, they're all quite good. Alright, we'll drop Soraka first, and then we'll use our Mystic Shot to try to get, well, guarantee our Vi. Huh, that's kind of funny.
Take heart.
Hey, we have that spell too. Alright, that won't do anything, so that's fine.
Live with purpose.
Hate 6-star is one of the most fun ones for sure. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
Wow, did you see that?
The one for Vi is very simple, which
Learned that in class.
isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sure, let's... yeah, get rid of one of these. And let's try to just do as much damage as we can.
Live with purpose. Take heart.
Wow, did you see that?
I guess we actually need to drop one of our elusives to be able to block this Soraka. Can I get Starforge Gauntlets as free to play? For right now, no. Unfortunately. Alright, so Overwhelm, so even one of these units is still gonna not be the best. Oh well, better than nothing.
That in class.
Oh, that's a good one.
I suppose let's just drop our Shadow Assassin here.
Silence as death. We share the water's fortunes.
I learned that in
Alright,
class.
let's go ahead and attack like this.
Stars fall.
And we can then drop our Vi and try to finish them off.
Take heart.
I learned that in class.
Master yourself. Master your enemy.
Vi stands for violence.
Ah, GG. Yeah, they're supposed to be adding a way to get Starforge Gauntlets for free-to-play players, but that's not currently in the game yet. Inner Beast, we're kind of already having too many. Like, this is going to give us 2 cards and then also make us draw, which isn't great. Gotcha is going to get blocked by all the spell shields, so it kind of doesn't matter. We also don't really care about Star Shepherd. I guess we'll get this and just, if we're ever running low on cards, which so far hasn't happened at all. 2 armed gearheads. That's going to make our board kind of too full. Let's try to get something a bit better here. Allied buffs are permanent. Most of our buffs are already permanent. Yeah, so that's not really going to matter. Your spells cost 1 less. Sure. So most of our spells should be free now. Man, they really want us to have Star Shepherd. So we could get this at the start of the game. That is kind of funny, because that's what we used to have. Let's, I guess, grab Patrol Wardens. We're normally going to play this for free anyway, so the Pora Fluff isn't really going to matter. Sure, I guess we can grab this. Yeah, I guess. Suit up. We could often play this for free, because I cost 2 less this round, and then it has the cost reduction already. Predict then draw 1, that is decent. Yes, we can play it for free. So, sure, let's get the time trick. There's draw, we have a lot of synergies with that, and then we can go for the suit up. Double attack is decent, but I think we're fine. Let's go for Trundle with Secrets Hidden by Frost. Starspring the sequel. Gained so many flashbacks. 39 damage from Caitlyn's ability. Nice. Yeah, I can do a ton. Let's get rid of the gotcha and the chump wump. We would really like to have our Vi. There we go. Thank you. We should have a unit on the board first. Sure, we'll just drop this here.
How exciting!
Thought me smell something.
This unit's gonna get so buffed up. Suit up, Inner Beast. We could play this for free. Would be kind of funny though. Sure, let's actually go for the Inner Beast. We're gonna try to see how much damage we can get this unit to do. Alright, another draw. Suit up. So buffing them isn't really gonna matter, but we're another spell, making the enemy discard. So we can drop this here, and then the extra draw, well, it's gonna be a lot. It's also buffing up this card. Alright, let's... It already has Overwhelm, right? Let's just grow it.
A chill in the air.
Ah, that's not great, because... Oh, that's sad, because that's not a spell or a skill, so it goes through. Otherwise, our double attack is going to do so much. This is still going to do too much as well, but it's kind of funny just seeing how much we can do right here. Alright, let's go for a time trick. Another Inner Beast. Let's go for a Mystic Shot. Alright, so we're already doing 48 damage, and if we hadn't got frostbitten, we potentially would have been able to end the game. I don't want to completely overdraft myself, so let's just attack like this. Yeah, if they didn't frostbite us, we probably would have ended right there, which would have been fun. Oh, sad. Would have been nice to have that. Let's drop this here.
This world has such great potential.
Nothing but a footnote.
Go no further.
All right, try to reduce down the damage we're taking a little bit. And we don't want to
Happy to do whatever.
have all of these going off next round because we're going to overdraw. Sure, we can play this here. We can go for regen and see how much we heal with Starspring, because I believe regen counts for that.
Wow, did you see that? Take heart. Stars, hear me.
Alright, so not as much as I was thinking. We discarded Trundle. Nice. Alright, so we can play our Vi. but we probably don't even need it.
Did that sound right?
All right, 90 damage. That's actually a spell, so Frostbite doesn't go through our spell shield. GG. Yeah, the impact, the amount of impact you can get with certain builds is going to be insane.
Today we have determined our own fate.
All right, ad dropped, so we'll wait just for Lissandra. Ooh, Mystic Shots, doubling dice. If we weren't going into Lissandra, we would 100% get this, because this just going off a bunch of times would be great. Against Lissandra, though, with the cost increase, probably don't want to do it. What relics are good for Vi? So Gatebreaker is fantastic. Very simple and straightforward. Scourge's Stash, not bad to get her on the board earlier. You can go for Scourge's Stash, like double Scourge's Stash plus Spirit of the Buru. Get a 1-cost Vi that has like a whole bunch of really strong keywords. That's not bad. Her relic is obviously pretty fantastic. And I've been hearing about people going for Strength of Stone, Luminous plus Starforged, which is something interesting that I'll need to try at some point. So that's another one that is solid. Yeah, the big one is normally just Gatebreaker, because you can just drop Vi and have her immediately level and just do a bunch of damage. All right, 3 seconds for the ad. All right, everyone should be back, so we're gonna go for the Mystic Shot. I think we're at, yeah, pretty much full health. Scout is nice, but it's kind of more important to just get Vi in our opening hand so she can be ranking up. Let's drop this here. Let's go for Lissandra with I Am Inevitable.
At last, my time is at hand.
Thanks for the reply, that was so informative. I try. Doesn't Gatebreaker go up against her level condition? Slightly, yes. Normally, you want to be trying to get any relics that increase her power. So that's one thing. If you want to use Gatebreaker, you can also just pair it with flat stat relics to circumvent that, or kind of go around the fact that that's an issue. But yes, that does kind of fight each other a little bit. Let's get rid of both of these, because these are both draw effects. All right, so we're gonna have a bit of an issue with the Lissandra cost increase. That'll be annoying. Let's drop this here. Sadly, most of our cards give us extra draw, or we're generating more cards.
Witness perfection, meatbags.
Yeah, this will be a little bit rougher.
Safety disengaged.
Live with
All will fear and love our dark lady.
Fear.
Ages past,
And she's already leveled.
I am eternal.
Yeah, this hand is very full.
Succumb.
We're drawing so many cards. All right, we need to just drop some blockers. I think let's go for Shadow Assassin. That could be pretty nice to have.
take heart. Live with purpose.
All right, so
You are
we can
better than this.
stop good amount of this damage. Sure. So yeah, we're immune to her spells, but she still has massive units, which is going to be a bit of a problem. I guess this isn't really going to deal anything. Although it is still kind of funny. We actually might want to hold on to the Mystic Shot for later rounds to trigger our Vi. And this isn't going to deal any damage, but again, we're just playing it for our Vi.
Take heart.
All right, let's use this Mystic Shot here. That way our Vi will get the plunder and the extra scaling, so we can play her and try to have her start dealing with the enemy. Huh, very nice. Not gonna happen.
All will be frozen.
Although them all having double attack, that's bad. That is very bad. Oh. Lissandra high rolling, my favorite. Yeah. Let's try to make them discard.
Suit up and move out.
Okay, not exactly what I was looking for.
By starlight.
All right, so she'll go to 16, which is decent. We could kill their Lissandra. That's kind of the only person we could kill. The Ice Shards is 0 cost. So they can drop an Ice Shard and do a ton of damage to us. Which isn't great.
Trouble coming at ya.
So they could potentially kill our... Well... Yeah, let's attack like this. Okay, so they didn't use Ice Shard.
Face me fit.
Yeah, this double attack's gonna be rough.
My own fate.
At least it didn't discard the fleeting Ice Shard. That would have been better, because they can still use Ice Shard on themselves to buff themselves up. So I want to use my capture to get rid of these units, but I also want to save it for the Watcher. Not great. At least with the Watcher, if they drop it and it obliterates our deck, we still have some cards left, whereas if this, like, with the double attack, that can really be a problem. So I think let's actually go for this Shadow Assassin, because that double attack could just flat out kill us. Alright, we're going to try to get another copy of our Soraka, because if we can play her Wish, which, for one, might help us just win from Starspring, which would be kind of funny. Double attack Overwhelm is so hard to survive? Yes. Especially when they can buff up their unit more with Ice Shard. Alright, so here we're going for Soraka's Wish. That's going to give us enough to end, so as long as we survive this round, we're fine. And now we have our bigger units to be able to block and reduce the damage.
I understand.
You cannot escape.
They'll get their unit back,
Too late
but
for you.
they will have used up their attack token, so it's probably fine. Alright, so... She doesn't have Overwhelm. By doing this here, we're giving our unit a bunch of extra health from the star powers because of all of these Preservariums. So just reducing down the damage we're taking. But yeah, once again, Starspring is just going to win us the game.
Take heart.
Hi folks, do you build Kate with Stalker's Blade? Yes, Stalker's Blade is very nice to have.
With purpose.
Yeah, we have the permanent spell shield from Remitter. Alright, GG. I mean, once the round ends. Yep, there's the Watcher. But, yeah, game over. It's kind of funny that back-to-back times with Vi,
Stands for victory.
we end with Soraka's Starspring. Renekton emote. Alright, Vi is feeling a lot better. Her Epic Relic feels very fun. It's probably somewhat better designed than the Caitlyn Relic in the fact you can use it on other people, and while it's good for Vi, it doesn't really feel necessary. Where I kind of feel like the Caitlyn Relic, it's incredibly good for Caitlyn, can't really use it other than on Caitlyn, and you're probably going to feel really, really bad without it. But yeah, Vi is feeling great. I think her 6-star will make her very, very strong. I think they did a good job of designing a champion that was still simple, straightforward. A lot of the effects can go off passively, but once you kind of know what you're doing, you can build around them a bit more and actually play around them, make them be a little bit more impactful than just having to go off at round start. Overall, I think they did a solid job with buffing up Vi without completely changing her, because she pretty much plays the same as she does before. She's just better, which is pretty solid. The title of the YouTube video, Soraka and Vi version 2. I mean, probably not. In the other video, we used Soraka a ton. In this one, she was kind of just another unit. We didn't really benefit from her too much. All right, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I really think going for Cease and Desist, double Gatebreaker, when you have her 6-star, is just going to deal so much damage. It's going to be hilarious. I mean, or even just sticking with this build and then actually being able to play her for 3 cost consistently. This is more Vi focused, which makes me happy. Yeah, the last one was pretty focused on Soraka. All right, so we have 2 of the new relics. Oh, goodness, I keep hitting the wrong button. So, well, actually, I guess 3. We have big guns, which we got from the shop. We have the Vi relic. We have the Caitlyn one, but we're not really going to need to test that on anyone. Hidden Tome and stacked deck. The only thing I feel underwhelming about is about Vi's 6-star power. She was good with that, I don't know, for the followers. I mean, the main thing is going to be Vi. It'll be nice for your followers to be getting the passive increase of power, especially with the Overwhelm, so you can actually benefit from the power. So it'll still be solid for the other units, give you good scaling throughout the match, but the biggest thing is just ramping up your Vi, because essentially she's scaling twice as fast now. She's scaling from her like passive effect, and now she's scaling from the 6-star. Yeah, we'll probably try Strength of Stone, Luminous, on Vi. Yeah, stack deck, I feel like it's just going to be like mostly Bard and then Lissandra Adventure. Gatebreaker Vi be doing Gatebreaker Ash style, pretty much. So Kate's 6-star completely dominates Lissandra. Yeah, it was pretty easy when we did it. Like, Lissandra can ramp up fairly quickly, but it's not as immediate as Swain, obviously, with him having like 4 units on the board. So it gives you enough time to try to stack up your flash bombs in order to deal with their increased aggression. Sorry if you already talked about it, but how do you feel about big guns? I see a lot of talk on Reddit. The fact his power doesn't offset that multiple copies of the champion don't stack it. So it's, yeah, it's not great. It gives you a little bit more consistency for a lot of your champions. Most champions that use it already are going to have their champion on the board. And yes, you have the downside of not getting it stacked with multiple champions. But to be honest, that didn't happen very often. So making a big deal about that kind of doesn't matter. Like, that's a pretty niche thing to happen normally. Like, unless you're playing Lilia, where you're forcing it to happen by playing multiple copies, normally it doesn't happen that often, especially since they've nerfed, like, Shadow Totem and Stabilize. So it's, for a lot of champions, it's going to be a very marginal upgrade. Just gives you a tiny bit more consistency. So if you're playing, like, Annie or Jhin, you just get a little bit more power if your champion's killed or off the board. But yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. The issue is some of the people that might want to use it, they already have a better version with Icon of Val here, because this is also a power, but it's increasing all of your spells and skills damage by 2. So if your champion uses elemental spells or skills, you don't care about it at all because you already have a better version. So yeah, it's fine. It's not really great. The main reason I got it was so that I won't get other ones from the Golden Reliquaries. Can you show Echoing Spirit? Because I play Vex Echoing. When I have multiple copies on board, the champ spells reduced by 1 per champ. It's not sure about big guns. Echoing Spirit isn't a power. Is it up more? So Echoing Spirit, game start, create 7 copies of me in deck, and champion spells cost 1 less. This only happens while your champion is on the board. So if you get multiple copies of your champion, each one reduces down the cost of your champion spells by an additional 1. And that's the same thing for Ludens. If this was a power, then yeah, it wouldn't work like that. So that's why you're getting that bit of a nerf with big guns. So this isn't even always better than Ludens. There are actually times when Ludens is better, but again, pretty niche that's going to be happening. And normally if it does happening, you're trying to build around it, specifically with that champion like Lilia. But yeah, it's not great. Wait, it says game start. It doesn't just happen. The game start is create 7 copies of me in deck. This happens at game start. This one at the bottom is just while your champion's on the board. Like, this is one sentence, and then this is like another one. If this was all happening at game start, they'd have to do like a comma and champion spells cost 1 less. Yeah. Hidden Tome, though, is actually a lot better than I was expecting. Playing this with Caitlyn actually feels really good. Like, it is still a play effect, not a summon effect, but getting a full mana refill on your main champion, your support champion, either time when you level. Like, this is actually pretty crazy on, like, Aurelion Sol, potentially, just playing a bunch of champions and each one's refilling your mana. It's better than I was initially thinking. Hidden Tome on Evelyn, possibly. There's a thought to go Hidden Tome plus Echoing Spirit on Evelyn, so that you're just constantly playing her champion spell and just taking out enemy targets and being essentially unkillable because your champion spell protects you. So there's some interesting builds you could do with it. Do I think those would be like particularly good? No, but there is something you could do with that, yeah. I thought about it, but on Acel you lose the level up refill since they level up when you play the champ. Oh my word, I keep hitting the wrong button. Yes, so you will sometimes override the level up refill, but to be honest, that's not always that big of a deal. But I think this is going to be excellent on someone like Diana, because on Diana, you want to use her to end the game pretty much immediately, especially on some monthly challenges. So normally you go for a build like this, and you would use Lost Chapter, but here for Hidden Tome, you're able to play a bunch of Diana. Normally you level her, but then you're out of mana to play anything else. This will then refill your spell mana, so then you can go even harder, just increasing the odds you can actually end in the first round. So this is actually going to be excellent for Diana, also good for Master Yi, kind of doing the same thing. So this should be very fun. Hidden Tome to play the dagger with Katarina on the 6.5. Yeah, if you had Katarina, you could immediately play this. And yeah, extra good for Caitlyn since you're getting... I keep forgetting to hit save. Since you can play immediately the Sheriff of Piltover that you're getting. So yeah, that's excellent. I think though, Cease and Desist, this is going to be so good for Darius. If you missed it before, I tested Cease and Desist earlier today, and it works if Darius is leveled. If he's leveled, the bonus stats you get kick in immediately, and so you do the free attack. If you're trying to rely on your star powers, though, of each round the first time you play an ally granted 4 power and overwhelm, that does not count. So if you try to play Darius just for his flat 6 power, it won't trigger Cease and Desist just from that. So do be aware of it. So it's still works for Darius, but it's gonna have that little bit of an issue. I replaced Found Fortune, my 3rd flex slot, on Lux Illuminated with Hidden Tome. Yeah, that should be another one that works out pretty well. Also Hidden Tome for Jack, I like that idea. Yeah, I think I got pretty lucky with getting that as like the first of the new relics, because it doesn't look that impressive when you first see it, but after playing with it for a little bit, I think it's actually going to be pretty good. Oh, I heard Hidden Tome isn't working on Nidalee. Yes, so I tested that this morning as well. Since it is checking your for champions, and it's a power not attached to the card, it doesn't work. Because you play Nidalee as a bush, and you count as a bush, not as a champion. So this doesn't go off at all. And then since this is a play effect, when you transform Nidalee into, well, from the bush into Nidalee, since you're not playing her, you're summoning her, it again doesn't count. So Lost Chapter is play, refill your spell mana, so it doesn't really care what this card is. It's just like whatever this is attached to, it's going to be triggering refilling your spell mana when you play it. So playing her as the bush doesn't really affect Lost Chapter. But yeah, for Hidden Tome, it doesn't work, sadly. I got Living Weapons, simple, but I like it. That's nice. That's actually one of the ones I'm looking forward to the most. I think it is going to be, yeah, simple, straightforward, but a lot of fun. Yeah, some people were trolling, trying to say it's like, oh, only a slightly better Rage Blade. It's like, no, you're getting so many more stacks. Like, getting it on play is massive, because there's a lot of units that, like Jax, sorry, is susceptible to just getting Mystic shotted immediately. So immediately getting A increase to your stats, fantastic. But then attack and round start, getting that Forge off, so good. This is, I think, going to be the most useful, the most broad relic to use on a lot of people. I think it's going to be very good. Do you know if Swain still is bugged? No, that's one thing I haven't tested yet. Yeah, I got lucky. My here, Golden Reliquary. I had it ready right before the patch came out, but my cooldown is still so low. So I'm actually going to be able to get another one in a little while. I think I might wait to try to get 6k so I could potentially get them back to back. But we'll have to see. I'll maybe get this first. See if I can maybe get 2. Because yeah, that would be nice. Alright, I think we'll end it there today. I have a lot of videos to get ready for YouTube and still recovering from the 6.5-hour stream yesterday. We will still be streaming tomorrow, and we're going to be kind of moving away from Kate and Vi a little bit and get a whole bunch of like testing the different relics and different champions. So a lot of different people are going to play tomorrow. How'd you get 2 golden reliquaries? I got one from the Emporium, and one of them I got from a old bundle that used to have them. I didn't get the bundle before, but I got it now. But thank you all for hanging out with me for a bit. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, and there's going to be plenty of content up on the YouTube channel. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and see ya.